Hi there, it's Carl Wild here from CJW Realty in Busselton, and just coming to you today from many questions I've had from buyers this week. What do you think is going to happen with interest rates? And no one really has a crystal ball, but from my experience going through a couple of economic cycles with interest rate rises then declines, is we have to sort of consider why the Reserve Bank is rising interest rates, and that is to slow the inflation rate. So from my experience historically, when the interest rate reaches about where the inflation rate is, that's when the interest rates will peak, and then the idea is slowing things down. So the flow-on effect, of course, is to small businesses, especially the mum and dad businesses, because it's the idea of rising these interest rates is to stop us buying things that we don't really need. So when inflation's running approximately at 6.5–7%, that was the figures. Well, when the interest rate gets to 6.5–7% for the retail investors, so it's what we're paying on a variable rate, then I guess they might have done their job, and we'll stop spending on stuff and spending more on our mortgages, and therefore slowing things down. So yeah, that'll hurt the economy, it'll hurt small business, but the idea is to stop the inflation and that runaway inflation. So that's my comment for today. I might be right, I might be wrong, who knows? But looking at projections on how that rate is going, we could be peaking early 2023, and therefore, I guess, me personally, and by no means is that financial advice, but look, I'll be looking at fixing in loans for another year for 2023. At least I know what I'm up for, and then I can reassess into a new market cycle. So yeah, I hope that's been some handy information out there for buyers, and generally speaking as well, in terms of Busselton prices, I don't think that they're going down at all. Things might slow down a bit, but we're still seeing more sellers coming on the market, but the buyer numbers still heavily outweigh the sellers. So Busselton's a fairly popular place to migrate to come and live, to come and holiday, and with all that's happening here, things might slow down a bit, and we'll see some flights into Sydney hopefully early into the new year, and then talk of a terminal for international flights. Things in Busselton are only going in one direction as far as I'm concerned, and which is good if you own property down here. So if you'd like to talk more about your particular area that you're researching or suburb in Busselton, please feel free to give myself or one of our sales reps a call at CJW Realty, and remember, see us if you need to sell.